Joel Webbon and this Wesley Todd guy that I'm going to talk about today, these people are an unhinged cancer on America. These white Christian nationalists who are now advocating, pressuring the government of the United States to seize other churches that don't align with their fascistic version of the teachings of Jesus. It's not an exaggeration. I have a clip here that is remarkable. They call Donald Trump a king, and they are pressuring the government to go through and seize the land and the property of churches that fly pride flags or have women in leadership in the church. They want a state-created religion, despite the prohibition of such item in the First Amendment that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. It's either that they just don't understand the Constitution because they're so fucking stupid, or fascism runs through their veins so strongly that they're champing at the bit to oppress gays, to murder. He talks about the guillotine in this. That this is kindness, the thing that they're proposing. It's kindness. That it's not, we're just taking your things. It's not jail, or better yet, the guillotine. These people are dangerous and unhinged. While Donald Trump and Elon Musk act like the real threat, the real domestic terror is people who are spray painting Tesla cars, we've got this going on, and it's gaining traction in America. Watch this and brace yourself for maybe the most radical thing I've ever played from Joel Webbon.
You can map it out. Like, all right, we got 57,000 buildings to take over. Within those 50,000, 7,000, millions of people to convince, tons of ministers. Like, that's decades of work. Or, hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm ready.
The president, the sovereign, the magistrate, Barron Trump, he comes out and he says,
the king.
I've taken a task force. We've gone through every website. We've driven by every building. And we have logged thousands of churches with pride flags out front, women on the clergy. And there are soldiers on the street now. We are taking their property and we are giving it to the faithful churches in town.
Amen. Love it.
That is completely, historically, within the realm of the magistrate. Mm-hmm. He can do that. You are an apostate, wicked church.
That's
and
right.
you're building your land, your heritage is taken from you.
For the civil magistrate, even in our American system, to say your property is seized and you're out on the street would be glorious.
And that's kindness. You're out in the street, you're taking your property
instead
out.
of jail
Or the
guillotine,
moderate, soft position.
That is the
and
moderate
that is a
position.
united church.
I know I'm really fond, lately I've been using it a lot, but this is unearned arrogance. This is the privilege of growing up as a white, straight man in America and having that having it take the place of logic and reason. Because this kid needs to go back, this Wesley Todd dipshit needs to go back to elementary school to understand how our government works and what prohibitions on the powers of the government, what restrictions there are on the government of not getting involved. One, you can't just seize property without due process, you dumb fuck, first of all. Secondly, this is not how anything works. Is that a Geico commercial? It's not how it works. It's not how any of this works. This is it. This is a prime example of someone who has no ability to think or understand in nuanced concepts. Set aside the obviousness of the things that he's saying that are wrong. This is just fascism. And he's trying to bastardize, he's trying to convince a flock of Christians, a congregation, that this is the way forward. Not trying to address or navigate at all the fact that if it's what if Lutherans were to say, we want soldiers, armed soldiers out there seizing the church property of Assemblies of God or Joel Webbon's weird church. That would be just as wrong, but it's also something that would not take place because those faiths aren't out to harm everyone. The United Methodists aren't out here. The Presbyterians aren't out here. They're not out here trying to harm everyone else because to browbeat them into believing their weird, misogynistic, hateful, racist ideas about the world. There's some very dangerous shit in here. One, that Donald Trump is a king. Talking about Barron Trump for some reason. That we have logged thousands of churches, meaning they've monitored and they have a database of what churches teach what. With pride flags out in front, with women on the clergy, he said, in the clergy. And because of that, because you hold positions as a church, as a faith, as a religion, we're going to seize your property. And it's not just going to belong to the government. We're going to give it to someone else. These same assholes use communism to mean anything. Oh, these communists. That's what that is a commune where everybody's property is everybody else's property. This apparently is what they want. Communism in America, right? There are soldiers on the street right now, and we are taking their property and we're giving it to the faithful churches in town. Joel Webbon, amen. I love it. That it's completely historically within the realm of the magistrate. He can do that. You are an apostate, wicked church, and you're building your land, your heritage is taken from you. Joel Webbon, for the civil magistrate, even in our American system, this is where the ahistoricity of this and his childlike understanding of how shit works is just baffling to me. Even in our American system, to say your property is seized and you're off the street, it would be glorious, he said. And then Wesley Todd says, and that's kindness. It is kindness to create an unsafe atmosphere for the LGBTQ, for women, for blacks, for Hindus. Remember, Joel Webbon was afraid, what am I going to tell my daughter when she sees someone wear clothes that we don't wear at home? He lamented. The street instead of jail or the guillotine, meaning the death penalty for hanging a pride flag outside of your church or having a woman pastor. The death penalty is what you deserve, but it would be kindness if we just take your property or even just put you in jail. That's kindness. To which Wesley Todd says, now you're on the street, we're taking your property, is the moderate, soft position. Kindness and moderate. It's moderation that we don't murder you, is what these supposed, self-proclaimed, self-declared representatives of Jesus Christ claim. Is fascism. These are Nazi fucks. And they need to be dealt with rhetorically. And that is what I do here. All cowards, all weaklings, all of them. What do you think? I invite you to this conversation. I'd love to be told how I'm wrong, explained to me how I'm wrong here. How are they correct? Somebody get at them. I'd love an explanation from these fascist fucks. You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. Of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. Please consider supporting this work, helping me produce this content, reaching the millions and millions of people that I do every single month. You can click the join button below for $2 a month. Become a channel member. Fantastic. There's also, go to dollemore.com, check out the new site that leads you to Brittany Page's channel and our podcast, and then back here, if you're on the website, to this channel. But also, you can buy some merch and help support the work we do that way, where you get something tangible in return, a shirt that says, fight poverty, not the poor, great conversation starter, great message, maybe change some hearts and minds. Anyway, I love and appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another.